my camera and it. Oh, my phone is like. Oh, the stream is working. I'm sure it's not working very well, but it's working.
How long you give it?
15 minutes.
And then it crashes?
Okay, All Might, you have to move off of my lamp. Random cords have to move off of my lamp. Phone is charging. My lamp is also a phone charger. It's one of those ones that you just set the phone on it and it charges. What now?
Fancy lamp.
I mean, yeah, kinda. It was like $20 at Walmart.
Fancy.
Probably is the most I've ever paid for a lamp. But then again, that could just be that I don't buy lamps that often. Like the last lamp I bought before this was a sort of fancier looking lamp with like a purple lampshade and fake feathers on it. And then I realized, you know, this might be a fire hazard. Which was probably why the person who sold it to me was selling it. And it was either at a flea market or a yard sale. I don't remember.
So they sold you a fire hazard?
Pretty much, yeah.
Are you sure that wasn't Dylan?
I mean, considering Dylan has a very serious fear of fires, I don't think he would sell somebody else a fire hazard. I think he would just dispose of the fire hazard.
Or just throw it at pizza?
That could be a possibility as well. Also, you know, there's nothing like going out into your backyard wearing a Darth Vader dress with a cape and no shoes. Yeah, family member heard Tinkerbell scream, and I happened to be walking out of my room to go get my PlayStation, already wearing my costume but not wearing any shoes, and had to go out to see what happened. Cat was fine. I think she goes in and out of the kennel with her mom and her adopted moms, because this cat thinks she has 3 moms. I mean, basically she does. It's like her mom, her aunt, and her great aunt, but they've kind of all adopted her as their kitten. But she is getting too big to squeeze in and out of there, and we think she probably got stuck. But by the time we made it out there, she had gotten out and was on the porch. Or came running up to the porch. If you guys hear me start coughing, someone remind me to take an allergy pill. Snickers decided to rub her tail on my cape. So cat hair on my cape.
Okay, so I'll just yell.
I mean, I should probably take one anyway. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for taking medicine during a YouTube stream. YouTube's very strange about some of their policies, so. But if for some reason I do have to take it on stream, just know it is literally just an allergy pill. because I am very allergic to cats and I have like 16 cats.
Makes no sense to me. You're allergic to cats, but you own them.
Well, it started with when I was a kid, I was like really, really allergic, and I would start coughing even being near cats. But then we ended up adopting, I think it was a stray cat, and having her in the house, my allergies kind of eased up. And then later we ended up with kittens, and having them in the house, my allergies had eased up a little bit more. So by the time we had moved to the other house in this area, my cousin needed to give away some kittens, and I ended up getting really attached to this bright orange and white kitten that kept jumping out of the box. At that point, we didn't have a cat, and we didn't have as many animals. So family agreed to let me take him home. And funny enough, before I ever met Dylan, that cat's name was Dylan.
Coincidence?
Then, like, probably about a year later, or almost a year later, the Sam cousins were having a yard sale, and they had kittens again, and there was a little black and white kitten, and I ended up convincing family to let me take her home, thinking it was a boy, because at that point we had learned the cat that I had was a male.
You got a
And
female.
no, I ended up with a female cat named Kenny.
Tanny or Kenny?
Kenny, like South Park Kenny.
Okay, it sounds like you said Canny.
Nope.
Okay, that ends that one question I was going to have.
Were you gonna ask if it had something to do with South Park?
No. I was going to ask, why did you name a cat Canny? How did it get that name? And I wholeheartedly believe it had to do something with a can.
Yeah, the cat was, the first cat, Dylan, was named after a girl in an old Disney movie. I really liked the movie and I liked the name. But then, when we realized the cat was a male, I kind of switched to more, oh, he's just named after Dylan O'Brien, who played Styles in Teen Wolf. It was a little bit of both, though, I think. But it was mostly the Disney movie. But yeah, then my younger cousin named, they were keeping one of the kittens too, and they only had like 2 kittens left at this point. So after I named mine Kenny, he named theirs Cartman, and his sister yelled at him, "You are not naming that cat Cartman." I think he did it anyway. Then at some point, we learned Kenny was a girl when Kenny had kittens. And that's how I got Crowley and Evie, which I still have now. They didn't get a personality that was similar to their dad's. They got their mom's evil personality. That cat was insane. Honestly, I could argue Evie is worse. I have a picture of my cat looking at me like she's going to murder me because I was taking her picture. This cat beats up her own daughters.
Why?
Just because she doesn't like other cats. She doesn't like other cats and she doesn't like people. She only likes dogs. And I guess that's because she was raised with Ollie and Rogue. Which were the wolf dog and the dog that I usually call the dog version of Chewbacca. We have no idea what kind of dog Ollie is. He's just a big fur ball.
I think you already know what he is. He's Chewbacca.
My guess is still... I'm almost positive he has some border collie. Because of his fur, it reminds me of a border collie. His colors don't, though.
That really doesn't say much because most of the dogs we ever had, when they had pups, a bunch of them always turned out looking more like German shepherds, and we know for a fact none of them had shepherd in them.
That happened with my husky. She, by accident, got pregnant by a Basset Hound Shar-Pei Pit Bull mix.
It turned out to be a German shepherd.
He looked more like a Basset Hound than anything. But her puppies were all over the place. She had one. This is the puppy we ended up keeping because I ended up getting attached. But he was like 100 pounds. He was huge. Kind of just looked like a random mixed breed of a bunch of types of dog. One of them looked almost identical to a German Shepherd. And we don't know how. Neither one of them, as far as we knew, had any German Shepherd in them. But then the other 4, because she had 7 puppies, the other 4 looked more like the Basset Hound. They were short and longer. Well, 3 of them were tall, but one looked like a husky mix, one looked like a German Shepherd, and one was just like tan. I think she was solid tan. But I ended up keeping the biggest one out of all of them. And then my cousins kept one of the shorter ones. Because we had an agreement years before when I had a Shar-Pei Pit Bull mix, female, and a Basset Hound male. The Basset Hound originally had a Basset Hound female, but we ended up losing her first. He ended up breeding to the Shar-Pei Pit Bull mix. And we found homes for all the puppies, but my cousin was little at the time, like less than a year old, and I guess someone wasn't watching him. He stuck his fingers into the kennel with the Shar-Pei and her puppies and got bit. So we had an arrangement that because she bit him, he could keep one of the puppies and he would get to pick it. Actually, he might have been a bit older than that. I don't know. He was old enough that me and his sister kind of convinced him to name the puppy after the saber-toothed cat from the Ice Age movies. So the puppy's name was Diego. But they ended up moving and they left the puppy with us, and my uncle got really attached and I got really attached because of course.
Diego.
So they ended up agreeing to just let my uncle keep him, but if my husky ever had puppies, they got one of her puppies. Well, it just so happened that the dog they were supposed to get and the husky had puppies together. Then later, at some point, the giant, like, 100-pound husky mix had puppies with my pit bull. And I believe somewhere on my YouTube channel there's a video of their puppy growling at me. He didn't even have his eyes open yet, and he was growling at me.
Apparently he already didn't like you for some reason. What'd you do to it?
But he grew out of that attitude because that's the puppy I kept. Because I had this feeling we knew that that pit bull didn't really seem to have that much of a motherly instinct. So we knew we were going to have to bottle raise the puppies. So I kind of chose in advance one that I was keeping because I knew I was going to be attached to them. We ended up bottle raising 10 puppies.
Good Lord. There's only one pup my family ever had bottle raised, and that was a little Chihuahua mix.
Yeah,
she fit in my papa's pocket on his shirt.
We had 10 chaotic, destructive, husky, Shar-Pei, pit bull, possibly boxer mixes. Because some people thought that the pit bull we had might have been mixed with a boxer. We don't know. All we knew is my grandma's neighbor found her mom, and the mom was already pregnant when they found her, I think.
Bad, I found Ocean Monument.
Good job.
It's in the middle of a lake.
I have a Minecraft update, so I can't even play Minecraft right now.
Okay, it's all okay. Also, hardcore mode is terrifying.
I can imagine.
I about died the first day.
See, I haven't even really talked much about what's going on the stream. This is my sim, Kelly. I'm having him max out every skill, so he's just working on the robotic skill, which is actually one of the slowest skill gains possible.
So you can have him conquer the world, I know it.
I mean, he's gonna be the Grim Reaper on Thursday.
Oh, I thought that was reserved for Kylo.
And yes, they added the hardcore mode last week? Was
I
it?
know. Yeah. Hardcore is terrifying. I almost died to a chicken.
Also, I don't think you were here yesterday, Dylan, but I found an All Might Funko Pop at the flea market.
Dylan, I almost died to a chicken in Minecraft.
Oh no, I'm being told we should do a hardcore world.
Oh god.
I mean,
I'm
I
down.
could. Right now, today, my internet is not letting me. And my time limit is not letting me.
Like, I'm down to do a hardcore world one day. But no, as soon as it happens and one of us dies,
Dylan says, Matt, I've been here
you're
the
basically
entire
immediately
stream, I know.
banned. Wait, what?
Dylan says, Matt, I've been here the entire stream, I know.
Okay. Wait, I didn't even know Dylan. Wait, how long? Wait, how long have you been streaming?
22 minutes?
Dang it, I lost a bet.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so did I. I gave it 15 minutes.
Wait, that you
Alright,
lost
Matt, me and you, hardcore world stream. Dylan has given you a challenge.
it. Oh god.
We didn't actually bet anything, but it was just for how long the stream would last. Because my internet is garbage today. I am so surprised it has lasted this long, to be honest. Also, yesterday, I found Psyduck.
Psyduck? Why do I have a feeling I'm going to be regretting this later?
Back on the desk.
Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I feel like I'm going to be regretting later?
You're being asked what your Minecraft name is, I think.
Who's wanting to know?
Dylan.
Yeah, give me a minute, Dylan. I'm putting stuff currently in a bundle.
Oh. Okay. Kelly has already maxed out this skill. What's next? I guess programming if his sister gets off the computer. He said he added you. Stop with the pop-ups. Don't ask me how I found out.
Wait, there's a status board you can look at? How long has there been the status thing you can look at on Minecraft?
I don't know.
According to this, I've traveled 12 million blocks.
A lot of blocks. Oh, So I learned I should not be allowed to cook anything when I'm exhausted. Last night, as family members were going to bed around, I think they said 8:30 was when they went to bed, I was putting corn dogs in the oven.
You forgot about them, didn't you?
I managed to stay awake long enough to turn them when the first timer went off. Then I put them back on for like another 20 minutes. And I fell asleep for like 2 hours. They were somehow not burnt when I took them out of the oven when I woke up. And I woke up to the oven beeping at me, telling me, "You forgot your food." They were very crispy and hard to bite, but they were not burnt. Then after I ate, I fell asleep again for like another 3 hours. Almost 4. But as I said during yesterday's stream, I did not sleep yesterday. I didn't sleep Saturday night either. So I had gotten like 2 hours of sleep before I streamed yesterday. Was all.
Well, I'll say what I said once. I'll say it again. Sleep is for the weak.
Matt, pick a character and I'll use that skin. It can be any character.
Dante. From Devil May Cry.
I mean, I think we established he can be any character when Goku stole my boat and Cat Noir killed me. He just said okay. Alright. I think I need to switch over to Twitch now if I'm going to have time to do both streams today. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to anyone who subscribed. Hopefully I will see you guys in a few minutes on Twitch. If not, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow for another stream.
Sheep!
Okay then. Are you being murdered by a sheep?